I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the month of October. And as this month goes on, things are becoming more and more intense because here we have the political elections that are due November 8th. And so you're going to see so many things come out because astrologically, this is a powerful month for secrets to come out, for the truth to come out, for world consciousness to change. And let me remind everyone, what I'm talking about are the Vedic sidereal positions, which are backwards in the zodiac from the Western tropical positions. And Neptune and Ketu are coming together. And Neptune is secrets. Ketu is otherworldly, things beyond this world. And both are indicative of spirituality and truth, higher truth. So you can use this time to really help you understand what is being projected out in the world, because as above, so below. It is really about what is within us that is being reflected out there in the world, and it can teach us volumes about ourselves and about humanity if we are willing to listen. Let me talk about what's happening this month. With the Neptune Ketu, Neptune and Ketu are in Aquarius. They're opposed almost exactly to the degree, the previous eclipse degree that occurred at 15 degrees of Leo. And Neptune and Ketu are coming together at 15 degrees of Aquarius. This is profound. This means that some awakening is due to happen. And I want you to know, it was in March of 2015 that I did a video that I was unaware of exactly what the end result or what this was trying to tell me. This video was called A King is Born. And what I was referring to is that Jupiter and Venus were going to exactly conjoin on the fixed star Regulus. Regulus is the star that is at the heart of the line, represents kings. And it is believed that the three wise men many years ago were following this star, which was actually the Jupiter-Venus conjunction in Leo, and a king was born. That's what that was relative to. But this time I was talking that somebody could come into power during this time that would change the world. Okay, now I'm not saying that they will be president, but something about this whole incident will change the world. And I know this is true because on the day that the Jupiter-Venus exactly conjoined on Regulus, Donald Trump announced his run for the presidency. So this is meaningful. This is purposeful. And I think everything that's happening has so many consequences on future events. So looking at these secrets, there's so many conspiracy theories that are coming out right now because everyone knows things are brewing and people are taking, sides and creating all of these theories. But what I really want you to know, the secret is about you. It's about our shadows, and it's about what we are looking at out there are essentially a reflection of who we are within. As above, so below. And as above, so below is representative of astrology. What is happening out there is a reflection of what's going on within us. And you may look at this also referring to the presidential race, because look at what's happening. Here we have two political candidates, completely opposite in every way. And I get that Donald Trump is in essence a shadow of the masses of people that are so fed up and so angry with politics because in the political world, they make the rules and they don't abide by them. They're exempt from following the rules. So we have seen this for so long, and so many people are just disenfranchised with politics because they make promises that they never deliver. And I know that, there's checks and balances, and sometimes this is actually a good thing. But here's the thing. People do not like to be lied to. And that's how they feel. So they're angry. And another thing is, politicians they say one thing and you don't feel like they are sincere. So the truth is, the angrier people become and disenfranchised with politics, here someone comes that represents the opposite of politics. And the angrier that people become, the more outrageous Donald Trump becomes, because that's what we're all about. We're angry at what has happened in the political world. Now, on the other side of the coin, let's look at Hillary Clinton. She is very composed. She is the perfect politician, knows how to talk, knows how to negotiate. But with her past history, many people are wondering if she is the sincere public servant that she pretends to be. Is she truthful? But here's the issue concerning Hillary. Most people believe if Hillary Clinton is elected, that everything remains the same and nothing will change. So people are wanting to vote for Donald Trump just because they're angry about politics. So they'd rather cut off their nose to spite their face because they want change regardless if it's going to destroy the world or not. They just are so angry. This is their way to fight back at the status quo of politics and government. So they're angry. And Donald Trump brings this awareness to us of what the people are angry about. The political leaders being so corrupt and just not creating the changes that we all need. So, like I said, watch how it intensifies and it becomes more and more extreme. Donald Trump has complete, total disrespect for politics and government. And that's what he is projecting. Whereas, do we want the other side of the coin, which is very graceful and I think, is the essence of politics. So here's the thing. I believe that unless we can really learn the lesson that that is what we are projecting out there, the inevitable will come, which we are trying to destroy ourselves because of what? The root cause is anger. And we're angry because the whole world seems corrupt. Government seems corrupt. The government doesn't really justify the people. It's about money and power, and that's where we see this corruption has been focalized from. So what I think is going to happen is we are retaliating with mass anger. And unless you can understand that it is merely a shadow of ourselves, it could definitely destroy us. So here's what I know and believe. Everything is going to turn out in divine order. It always does, because nature has a way of teaching us our lessons. And the universal laws are nature. And what does nature do? nature destroys things so that they can be rebuilt. It's a destructive force that will always bring balance. And no matter what happens, we will learn the most profound lessons ever through this political event. And I know that I believe that with their vengeance of Hillary and Trump throwing fire at each other, that there will be combustion. Something's going to explode. And I don't know if they may not disqualify each other to be president. So something big is bound to happen. It will happen between the election day and inauguration day, a huge event that will change the course of everything. But we have to be aware, because the truth will be revealed, and this political standoff can be something huge that will reveal the truth. But you can have an awakening if you're willing to see it for what it is. So talking about some of the aspects this month, mainly October, I talked about the Neptune Ketu uncovering things that we never could imagine. Jupiter and Uranus are going to be opposing one another, not exactly yet, but they're almost there. They're in opposition. And at the core and midpoint of the Jupiter-Uranus opposition is Mars conjuncting Pluto. And Mars-Pluto is always violence. It's always extremes. And it's happening in the sign of Sagittarius, which is where some of the most major devastating events have occurred, in the signs of Sagittarius and the signs of Gemini, because this is the core of the galactic center. Plus it's in the nakshatra Mula, and it's aspecting by opposition Ardra, which is in Gemini. But this opposition, I might add, between Jupiter and Uranus is phenomenal for inventions and amazing cures and revelations to come about. And remember this, Jupiter is in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is all about health and healing. So with Uranus being opposed it, and it will become tighter in January and February, watch how some major cures and revelations and inventions will come out concerning health and healing. Major healings. This is really pretty exciting. Also, I noticed coming up, I'll be talking about this, is Venus is going to go retrograde in Pisces, opposing Jupiter. Wow, this is going to be great for many of you that are looking for relationships, and I'll get into that when I start talking about the new year. But for October, this Mars and Pluto will conjunct October 19th. So building up to October 19th, things are going to become extraordinarily intense, and there will be blow-ups around this time. And by October 29th, Mars will square Uranus, and this is major unexpected events that will be happening concerning these political elections. And don't forget, with the sign of Sagittarius is very righteous, it's very rule abiding, and it can be completely over the top religious fundamentalists. So this will be an aspect that could relate to terrorism and attacks. And looking at October 16th, that's the full moon. This full moon occurs at the very last degree of the zodiac, Pisces, 29 degrees of Pisces. Pisces, and this is Gandanta. Gandanta means drowning, literally. And so it means things are out of control. That's what it means. And it can even mean floods and earthquakes and tsunamis and things like that. So watch for that. Uranus has a major effect with earth changes. And so between the 19th of October to the 29th, major things are going to happen. But the full moon is significant, being at 29 degrees Pisces and conjunct Uranus at 28 degrees of Pisces. This is like major, sudden, unexpected turn of events. But what I think it's going to do is it's going to bring things out that we didn't know, suddenly, unexpectedly, that will change the course of the direction that things are going. And particularly this will relate to the political elections here in the United States, but it will affect other countries in terms of what they are experiencing. They're experiencing the same thing we're experiencing here in the US, a disregard for political leaders that are corrupt and have not done their job in terms of protecting and making the economy, the countries, a better place. And people are angry. So what are they getting? They're getting a reflection of their anger through the political leaders that rule most of the countries in the world. This is a huge event. This is explosive. And what I'm finding is around this full moon, Rahu, which is the north node of the moon, is going to be aspecting Mars on that same day. So expect some awareness to happen. Major, critical, life-changing events are due this month. And furthermore, as I notice that Mars is exactly at this point, and remember it's creating actually a T-square with Jupiter, Uranus, and Mars, Pluto at the focal point, the midpoint, a T-square with these planets. This can be something dealing with nuclear energy or something. It's just something big. But it could be for the good in terms of revelations and changes and transformations, dealing with cures and disease. I know that this is going to be happening in 2017, but here is the beginning of it. Here is the onset of it. And these are major, major revelations for the world. Transformation. Be aware that awareness is going to come out more. Consciousness and people wanting to change, because the way things have been has made people extremely unsatisfied and leading to this extreme anger. So with that, I'd like to close. Remember, if you would like more information, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. And if you want to learn astrology, I have the answer. Go to University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.